Hey Clashers, you wanted to see me doing the Electro Dragon attack as well. I was like, okay, let's try it, but we're going to try it first in the Clan War, and then maybe in a future video, I'm going to try it in the Legend League. Let me know down below if you would like to see me do it on Legend League as well. But I think for now, we should get started with some nice attacks in the Clan War with the Electro Dragon army from Nikita. And I think that's it. Let's get ready and let's get into the first base. And there we are, already in. We are going in, trying to trigger some loons, or like trying to trigger some black mines more like, and then trying to dive for that town hall compartment, which is really stacked. Like, I did not expect the entire Tesla farm over there. And one of the problems is like, you cannot invest too many test loons. Like, I saw a lot of people saying there should be more coconut loons whatsoever. The problem though with this is that you really destroy the chain lightning things if you're sending in a raged coconut loon. It's really not the best thing. And for this one, because we have learned that from Nikita, we can now take down the town hall with the raged super minions, because 2 raged super minions should take down the town hall. I'm just waiting right now to send it in from the top side, and for that I need my Bay Dragon to clear out the entire top side so my super minions are not getting distracted, and that's exactly what is happening. So things are looking good. We can get ready another funnel Bay Dragon, and then just to make sure that we're sending in those Electro Dragons, those beefy boys, right into that core, because again, the next objective is to take down the point defense, which is the X-Boss, which were right behind the town hall. So that's what we're going for right now with those Electro Dragons. Obviously, because we had to invest this one bonus rage to get the town hall, we were unfortunately not able to get the town hall with less rages, so the rage capacity is kind of limited. Otherwise, it's looking good. And you might have noticed as well, I did a small change to the army. I'm using an invisibility spell. I really like the invisibility spell, especially with the Electro Dragon kill squad. It works really great for me. And, well, if you want to copy it, feel free to do so. But now, let's start with those heroes. Heroes are in on the far right side. And something which I have not mentioned in the Nikita video, where I highlighted this strategy, he's actually changing, or like he's not using the most common setup for the hero pets. The most common setup is, which you all should know, Lassie for the Royal Champion, Owl for that Warden, and then in addition, we have the Unicorn, the Queen, and the Yak on the King. But he's actually changing things up. He's having the Yak with the Queen and the Unicorn with the King, which I find kind of interesting. I tried it out. It works pretty good overall. So if you want to try it as well, make sure to switch up your pets if you're using this strategy. But for us now, it's kind of coming down to time. The Flame Flinger had incredible value, but the Dragon, like the Electro Dragons, had a rough time. They had a rough time inside that core, especially with this one rage missing, because we had to invest this one additional rage. And now it's coming down to time. 25 seconds, guys. We have this one freeze left. But if you freeze it, like, we do not need to freeze. At the same time, at the far left side, we can see the archers working. And I feel like the archers are going to be our downfall, because we have invested a lot of our cleanup in the beginning. And this means this storage is not going to go down. The main reason why I do not use the freeze on the cannon, because, well, with the cannon shooting, Yeti mites are getting produced, and this means more damage on those defenses, but it's not paying off. It's going to be a time fail on this one. But we're already in the next one. We're already in on the next one. Yes, this is not like a maxed out base or something, but I mean, it's a town of 14, okay? It's a town of 14 with a couple of defenses for town of 13, so let's see how we can deal with that. A lot of traps on the outside already. And now we have our Flame Flinger kind of funneling our Electro Dragon, because we have our Electro Dragon kill squad now going for that eagle. That's where I'm wanting to go. And this guy really having a lot of black mines on the outside. But hey, we got that. The master in triggering those black mines on the outside, I guess. Now the question is, where do we use our spells? Because this one Electro Dragon is kind of healthy. And so far the black mines were on the outside. So this Electro Dragon should survive quite a bit. So let's see how those bounces, how those lightnings are going to turn out. And actually, the Electro Dragon is going perfect into that core, bouncing perfectly the top scatter shot. And with that, we don't even need to invest anything more, because this Electro Dragon is going to finish off the career of this eagle. And that means with our Flame Flinger taking down the air defense and everything on the bottom side, we can now actually start with our Electro Dragons. Early warning ability, we're going straight into those heroes. Do not delay the warning ability too long to maybe tank the town hall poison. If everything is going right and if everything is optimal, you only have one of those Electro Dragons on the town hall anyways. So that's why you want to use the warden ability quite early, using those sneaky goblins. Nope, using those super minions to take down the scatter to have less damage on our grouped up Electro Dragons. And at this point, we have all of our heroes still left. The bounce are looking good. Invisibility spell is getting used. Like I said, I really like that. If you can freeze all of the incoming damage together, invisibility spell is always a great move. And right now, it's actually looking really good, guys, because we have still Royal Champion, we have Queen, and we have Kingless. I know, it's not a fully maxed out base. Couple of cannons were missing, 1 or 2 air defenses, but at the same time, otherwise, Expos were maxed, Inferno Towers were maxed, Scatters were maxed, a lot of things were maxed, and we can actually swag 3 freaking heroes onto this base. This strategy is actually kind of fun. I still need to get into the mindset of always trying to swag as much as possible, as Nikita is doing. But I think we're going to get there at some point because I'm loving this strategy at the moment. So let's dive into the next one, and we have another setup with another box base. Early on, Flame Flinger, I feel like that's something which you always have to keep in mind. Use the planning time which is there to try to get this Flame Flinger in. Another thing which I noticed is, oh my goodness, those sneaky goblins are helping so much to control your bounces of the Electro Dragon. It's really, really helpful. And now we have things going on. And take a look at that. Take a look at that invisibility spell. This would have not been possible without that invisibility spell, because I could not freeze the Town Hall, the Sweeper, and 2 air defense at the same time. And that's why I like this overall, just this invisibility spell. Taking down the Town Hall now with a little bit of support, but we got the value we were looking for. So things are looking good for now with this opening. Now we have the Electro Dragons slowly coming in from the top side to push everything into the core. Because again, at this point, you're going for things, for defenses which can threaten your heroes. That's the important thing. And with having the Expos around that area, that's obviously what we're going for, right? Like, that's what we're going for. To try to take down as many Expos, as many single Inferno Towers as possible. Everything which is actually bad or good for the defender against our heroes. That's what we're going for right now. Things are not looking too bad, to be honest. We have the Flameflinger still alive. And another thing which I really noticed quite a lot is you need to be quick. I have a lot of time fades, which you have just seen in the first attack. Another thing is that you should support your Flameflinger with your heroes. I have questioned myself a lot of times, why does Nikita use Yetis inside the clan castle and not, for example, I don't know, Dragon Rider at Loons or something like that? Why is that the case? And one thing which I've really learned is the Yetis are great for tanking and just great for dealing out damage, especially if there's a back-end hero. That's something which is really clutch, because otherwise, especially if there's a back-end queen or something, the Dragon Rider and Loons won't do anything to that. So that's what it's really helpful with. Now we can see with the Yetis going inside as well, trying to tank over there, trying to support over there, trying to help somewhat this remaining push of my heroes. And we still have a couple of freezes left, to be honest, and we like 1 freeze actually. And things are looking good again. Royal Gem ability in. We can freeze the backend if you want to. We have still 1 super mini which can use the sniper. And guys, I love those super minis. You guys noticed that maybe with like, I did a couple of Queen Charge super minion videos already back a few, I don't know, it's already quite some time ago actually. But I just love super minion. I think that's a really cool design. So being able to use them in the Electro Dragon army is like the cherry on the cake. Another 3-star for us. So let's go one more time. And we have a ring base. So many of you guys asked how to attack ring bases with this attack strategy. So, I mean, obviously I'm not the master with it yet. The idea is, in my opinion, to take down 2 corners. 2 corners, so you do not invest the Electro Dragon Kill Squad to go for an Eagle, for example. You don't always have to go for those really important beefy buildings. That's not always the purpose of the Electro Dragon Kill Squad. Sometimes you just go for pathing as well, if you find somewhere good bounces, good Electro Dragon chains. And that's what I feel like is this right side, or like this top side more like, all about. Taking down the air defense, that's the important thing. And on the other side, taking down the left corner as well, to make sure they have this really straight pathing of those Electro Dragons into the core. Because, as I always say, you need to take down with your Electro Dragon Kill Squad the main damage of the base, to make sure your heroes can finish off the base. That's like the trade-off, right? Like, that's how this strategy works, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. making sure the top side is gone, and now we can just put all of our Electro Dragons in there, because the pathing is perfect, right? They cannot go anywhere else except into the core, where the Eagle is waiting, the Town Hall is waiting, the Scatter Shots are waiting, and obviously the Expos, which is the main source of damage, and especially with having some nice freezes. And I feel like that's such an important thing. Mastering the freezes, mastering the spells, because they're so important. Take a look at those freezes. Town Hall, Sweeper, and Scatter. That's a juicy freeze right there. And with that, again, only one E-Dragon is at the Town Hall. And that means the Town Hall poison does not matter. That's why you use the Warden ability early. Try to, like, do not always save the Warden ability for the perfect moment for the Town Hall poison. If everything is going perfect, you only have one E-Dragon in the Town Hall poison anyways. That's how it should be. And again, only one Expo surviving. We have even another Electro Dragon at the top side surviving. And this means our heroes only have to take down this bottom side. Yes, the clan cast on the back end. That's never a good thing. You have the clan cast on the back end, because this means your heroes are going to lure a potential Lava Hound, which is going to be the case right now. But hey, sometimes it's not working in another... Like, sometimes that's how it is. Sending in now the Royal Champ to the core, that's typically not a good idea either, to be honest, because of all of the ground skeletons. But hey, another reason why you should bring this invisibility spell, because I'm redirecting all of them. And with that, it's looking pretty good, guys. I think it's looking pretty good. The Hound is even still locked onto my King, which means it's perfect, because my Queen is not going to shoot at that Hound, which is great. And this means 30 seconds left. Only time can now make sure that we're going to fail. That's the only chance for this base. But it's looking good with that Queen ability still there. And you guys can see I'm having a ton of fun with this strategy. It's really hard. Like, do not expect like the perfect results right away. And well, as I said, let me know if you would like to see me doing it in Legend as well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.